Hey children, welcome back to your computer class. As we have already completed the topics, discussing about them, I just want to start from the first topic, that's a computer system, a revision for you all. So moving back to your computer system. So computer is an electronic device which takes in the input, processes it and gives the output. That you already know. So it's an electronic machine that can take in the input, process it, store it and then process the data, generate the information. Is it? And in less time. The next point is it takes not more time but in a very short time it gives you the results. So what are the parts of the computer? So parts of the computer are monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. Monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. So these are the peripherals or the parts of the computer what you call. So what is this monitor? We'll just see with the monitor. So monitor looks like a TV screen, okay, wherein you can see the alphabets, words, cartoons, pictures and numbers on the monitor. It is an output device. So what it tells, it is an output device. Monitor is also known as visual display unit. So visual means whatever you see, whatever you want to see, that's being displayed on the monitor. So there are two types mainly, CRT and LCD. CRT is your cathode ray tube and LCD is your liquid crystal display. Okay. You can write the spellings CRT, cathode ray tube and LCD, liquid crystal display. Fine. So this is what is your monitor. So monitor, there are two types, that's your LCD and CRT. CRT is your cathode ray tube and LCD, I'll just show you the CRT monitor. CRT monitor. So these are the CRT monitor, children. Before we used to use them. These were the things which were used. CRT, that's your cathode ray tube and now I'll be showing you LCD. So these are your LCD monitors. Okay. These are your LCD monitors. Fine. The next one will be moving on to CPU. CPU. Can you all view this? So this is your CPU. Inside CPU, it looks like this somewhat. Okay. With the wires, connections and all. Can you see them? Can you see this? Yes. So what is CPU? CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is the main part of your body. Okay, like the brain. Brain is the main part of your body. Similarly, CPU is the main part of the computer system and controls all the functions and working. It controls and functions and working of the CPU consist. Okay, what are the three parts? Arithmetic and logic unit, control unit and memory unit. Okay, so these are the main parts, ALU, CU and MU. Arithmetic logic unit. So it performs all the arithmetic calculations and logical calculations, SUB, A and D. Can you see that? So A and D and OR, XOR are your logical calculations. If it is 0, it will be 1. If it is 1, it will be 0. Like moving further classes, while you just move on to the further classes, you will be knowing about the logical coding. But right now, you can just tell that arithmetic logic unit, it is nothing but it functions or it helps to do the calculations like arithmetic calculation, subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, comparison, etc. Okay, that's your ALU. Then comes your CU. Control unit. Okay, so control unit, what it does, controls the flow of information between various parts of the computer and coordinates the flow. It helps to coordinate the flow. So this is your control unit. The next one is memory unit. The next one is memory unit. Memory unit. So this is your memory unit. There are two types of memory. Memory means nothing but storage. Okay, it helps in storing whatever you do it will be stored in the computer. That's your memory unit. You will have two types. That's your read-only memory and random access memory. Read-only memory and random access memory. In read-only memory, what happens? You will have to only read the data. You will not be able to change anything. Whereas in random access memory, you can change the data also. You can copy it, delete it. Editing option can be done. Then the next one is keyboard. The next one is keyboard. Keyboard. So why do you use this keyboard? To give the input to the computer. To give the input to the computer. It is an input device. You can type in the alphabet, numbers, words, sentences using a keyboard. What are the keys which are available? You will be having alphabet keys, number keys, punctuation. Punctuation means single quotes, double quotes, question mark, apostrophe, okay, etc. Function keys F1, F2 up to F12, or those are called as function keys. Then you have arrow keys wherein you can move left, right, top and down. Then the next one is symbol keys. You will have the curly braces, okay, at symbol, asterisk symbol, plus, equal to. These are the symbol keys. Special keys are your shift, control, alt and delete. Okay, shift, control, alt and delete. In your keyboard you will be having a caps lock. Okay, you will be having caps lock. Can you see that? I am just showing you caps lock. So this caps lock key helps to, if it is on, you can see a light which blinks over there. Okay, I'll just show you. If you click on caps lock key, what will happen? You'll get all the letters in uppercase or capital letters. Okay, once you click on a caps lock key, all the letters what you get will be in the uppercase or the capital letters. The next one is shift key. You can use the shift key also. Once you hold and use it on the keyboard, one is to the left and the other one to the right side of the alphabet keys. Remember, shift key is used in the combination with other keys. Okay, you can use it in the combination of other keys. When shift plus any number or any alphabet is used, it does the operation. Okay, you can see that also. This is your shift key. It will be right side and left side on the keyboard like this. Can you see this? Fine. So this is your shift key. The next one is space bar key. Space bar key. So this is your space bar key and this is the longest key you can see on the keyboard. It is used to put a blank space between the words. So you can just see, if I click on the space bar, it just gives a space over there. Okay, so this is your space bar key. The next one is cursor control key. Cursor control key. So what's this? See, up, down, right and left. Okay, you can see that. The arrow keys given on the keyboard are called the cursor control keys. First you should know what is a cursor. A cursor is an eye-shaped mark which always blinks on the computer screen. Okay, so it always blinks like this. Can you see the blinking over there? Fine. When you are typing, it indicates where the next character will appear like this. Can you see that blinking over there? Fine. So these cursor keys are used to move the cursor in any direction. 4 cursor keys are there on the keyboard for different directions. Up, down, right, left. Okay. Can you see that? These keys? Fine. The next one is enter key. The next one is enter key. enter key. When you finish typing a sentence, then enter key is used. It is also used to take the cursor to the next line. Okay, can you see the enter keys? It is also used to take the cursor to the next line. Enter key. Then comes your delete key. Delete key. So delete key is used to erase your mistakes that you have make. Like if you are writing something, if you make a mistake, you take a eraser and delete it, right? In the same way, delete key also helps to do the same thing. Delete key is used to erase your mistakes that you can make while typing on a computer. It erases the character to the right of the cursor. Right side andre ನೀವು type ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ right of the cursor ಅಲ್ಲಿ delete ಅಂತ press ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು delete ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. The other one which is similar to this is the backspace key. Now I am using the backspace key only. Okay, can you see the backspace key? Good. So it is an arrow, okay, left side facing arrow key irutte. Suppose when you are typing on the computer and if you have typed the wrong letter or a left letter, then you can use the backspace key. It erases the character to the left of the cursor. Okay, the next one is your mouse. Next one is your mouse. So can you see this mouse? So here I am using the backspace option. So it is also a pointing device. Okay, a long wire connects mouse and the system cabinet. It is used to draw pictures and select objects and text in the computer. A mouse has two buttons. Okay, you will have a right click and a left click and a center click. Okay, right click, left click and a center click, and you will have the drag and drop option. You can just hold it and you can just drag it like this. Okay, drag and leave it. Can you see that? Dragging the options you can do. Got it? Then other hardware devices, in that you have printer. What does it do? It's an output device. Whatever input you have given, it just prints it and it will give you out. Okay, it will just print it and give you out. That's your printer, and it gives the hard copy. It gives the hard copy. Then speakers. The next one is speakers. So what does the speakers do? Usually you listen to music and sounds. Okay, microphone. So this is microphone. It is used to record the voice and music into the computer. Okay, recording has to be done. This is input device, wherein your speakers are the output device. Then comes your I'll just type everything once. Joystick, scanner, light pen, UPS. Let me see if I can get all these things. Yes. Can you see this now? You can see a keyboard, mouse. This is the scanner. Okay. And you have a tabloid here which has a light pen. Can you see that light pen? Then scanner, I think I've already said. So that's a joystick. This is a joystick wherein you play the video games. UPS. I think I don't have the UPS here. Okay. No, I'm not given UPS image. Excuse me. So this is the image of the UPS. It uninterrupted power supply. It is called as the uninterrupted power supply. Suppose you have UPS, and if the power goes in the system, it helps to run the system. Okay. The next one is plotter. This is a bit bigger than your printer. Okay, it is used to take large number of printouts on a paper sheet. Okay, it comes like this. Can you see this? This is your plotters. Fine. Then pen drive. I think everybody would have seen pen drives. You almost use it, I think. Pen drive. So this is how your pen drive looks. You all know this is a storage device. Then comes your hard disk. Hard disk, where you put your CDs. Hard disk. This is where you put your CD. Okay, CD. Then this is your hard disk. It looks like this, children. You want to see this? It looks like this. Okay. The next one is compact disc or your CD or DVD. So this is your CD. Obviously everybody would have seen this. Got it? Fine. So the next one is computer software. What is a computer software? Now you have known with the hardware devices are the peripherals outside what you see, the system what you see. What is this software? This software is nothing but which runs inside the system. Okay, which helps you to perform the operation. What is this? It is a set of instructions that runs on a computer. Okay, it is a set of instructions that runs on a computer, and that is called as the computer software. Okay. Then working of a computer, you have input, process and unit. It takes in the input, processes it and gives the output. Okay. Working of a computer. Okay. So you just work on it. So input, output, before the output, everything. Here it works like this, CD, floppy and all those things, processes it and gives the output. So this is what is your working of the computer. Okay, you give the input, it processes it and it gives you the output. So this was the class of the first lesson revision. Next class, I'll be sending you a link in Google form. You will be having 20 questions in that, and you will be getting options in that also. Okay, one question, 4 options. You'll have to select the answer, correct answer for that. It's like the multiple choice questions. Okay, MCQs. 20, then and there itself you can just submit it. You're supposed to write your name, class and section. Okay, like if it is Ankita, 3rd standard, A section or B section, you are supposed to just fill in the form, answer the questions, and you can submit and see wherein you will get the points then and there itself. Okay, I'll be trying this in next week. So I just want, and I'll be giving the questions from the first chapter itself. I want you to revise with the first chapter. Notes will be given, no hurry, we can go slowly. But before that, I would just want you to attend the test next week. That's on next Thursday. So this Thursday or today, you will be getting this link wherein you will be just revising with the first topic. Hope you all have understood and see you in the next class. Thank you.